Hello everyone, I am Amorita and I am Making Sound Matter founder. I'm excited to present you Making Sound Matter company and inmindsongs, which is a new method, a tool that I created as a singer-songwriter to assist you to manifest your dreams into your life reality, as well as to expand your consciousness awareness by using mainstream music. That's under the umbrella of Making Sound Matter, a company that I founded that will host as well in the future all the methods and resources that use sound to assist you to become your life potential. Now, what are in mind songs and how they work? Let's start with INMI, which is within in mind song's name, and that means involuntary musical imagery, which is the scientific name for catchy songs or sayings that occupy the mind, the brain, all day long, playing in loop, even if you're not longer listening to that song. I used this scientific fact applying neuroscience and quantum physics in creating in mind songs as a tool to rewire your brain neural pathways all day long automatically until creating and sustaining a new neural map, a new elevated state of being that's a vibrational match to that dream you want to manifest in your life, to that potential you want to become. We can do so due on neuroplasticity ability of our brain. If you're not familiar with the law of attraction science or the law of assumption, I invite you to go to INMINDSONG's web, which is makingsoundmatter.com, where you will find a blog that I wrote for you with all my love, introducing you to the law of attraction science. As well, you will find there the resources that I recommend that worked for me, such are books, teachers, series. But I'll tell you in advance that the teacher that changed my life, the one that changed my life, was and is Dr. Joe Dispenza. Now, if you are familiar with the law of attraction science, you know that the key to manifest your dreams into your life reality is to remember to rehearse the elevated emotion of gratitude of your dream already made manifest in your life, even if it's not there yet. Good news is that we can do so because of our metacognitive abilities of our brain in observing our thoughts and feelings. We can be aware of what are we thinking, what are we feeling, and if we are experiencing limiting emotions such as fear or anxiety, frustration, worry, we can be aware of it and switch it into elevated emotions of love and wholeness and gratitude and joy. It's easy said than done, but of course, when you wake up every morning and you see that it is not there and you look for it outside yourself, you snap out of the emotion of it is already there. And it's just so hard to remember to rehearse anyways and believe that that possibility is already in the quantum field of possibilities for you to draw into your life. And that's why I created In Mind Songs, because I was doing the work to become my life potential, to manifest my dreams as well. I still do the work to become my life potential. That's human evolution. To keep expanding, there's always more to learn and to become and to experience. So when I started again to do the work to change my energy field, to become that magnet, to become that vibrational match of my dream I already made manifest in order for my dream to manifest in my life, I found so difficult to remember to rehearse that elevated emotions of gratitude, of joy, of wholeness. And I was wishing I had a tool, a method that will remind me to do so, to not go unconscious, forgetting my decision to change. Because we use our beta thinking, active, awake brain the whole day to be functional, to work, to cook, to clean, to pick up the kids in school, to whatever it is that you do with your eyes open. And that's not the brain that believes in new possibilities. That's the alpha brain, the theta brain as well. And that's the brain that can reprogram your neural pathways to create and sustain a new neural map. We do not have access to that brain during the day. We are in our rapid active beta brain. And with this brain, it's very easy to snap out from remembering to rehearse the elevated emotions. It's very easy when you are in the shower with racing thoughts, getting late to work, when you're stuck in traffic, when you're worried about not paying the bills this month, when you feel lonely because you didn't find yet your love partner, whatever it is, when you're not already healed. That's why in Mind Songs can assist you in rewire your brain neural pathways with your eyes open during the day, because they are a takeaway tool and method to do so. You don't need to put all the attention on this exercise and sit down and stop doing whatever you're doing during the day and apply this manifestation method. You will have to do the work in rehearsing again and again your elevated emotion when you realize that you have again your in-mind songs, your in-mind song in your mind, because of the INMI effect, of the involuntary musical imagery effect. They will stay the whole day playing in loop these uplifting lyrics that I created from the understanding of quantum physics and neuroscience applied to human potential and consciousness. It sounds complicated, they're not, as well simple lyrics. And in Mind Songs, themes are limitless. For now, there are available 19 on the website, and I will be creating more because my inspiration in doing so is limitless as well. So you can find in Mind Songs and mystical experiences in Mind Songs to expand your consciousness awareness. For example, the themes you will find are gratitude, worthy to receive, embracing the known, abundance, freedom, heart-brain coherence, health, becoming a new self, becoming no one, void, pineal gland, divine. Well, many themes, as you can see. And I invite you to go to the website and listen to the demos there. I want to point that when you have your in-mind song to do the work with, it's not that you have the song and that's it. You will have a kit. Every in-mind song come within a kit that contain your chosen in-mind song, a 10-minute related meditation that I call in meditation, the instructions, the lyrics, and the lyrics with the guide notes. As well, all in mind songs and in meditations contain the sound within of 0.1 hertz frequency, which is the heart brain coherence frequency that will create the awareness within you of being heart centered. Now, you have as well different albums, combo boosters that I created for you in case you want to combine different in mind songs to achieve one potential. For example, you have the album of Being in the Present Moment, and there I selected different in mind songs that create that state of being. You as well have the album for love partner, for abundance, for mystical experiences, and you can also find the whole album of the 19 in mind songs. Otherwise, you can have the pack of 2 or 1 in mind song only. What about them is that you will not relate in mind songs in any way to your past, which is another key in manifesting your dreams when using music or songs in doing so. Dr. Joe Dispenza explains very well this reality, which is in order to create a new life, you must become first a new self, which means basically that when creating a new neural map, you literally rewire your whole brain, becoming a new self. You will become a new personality. You will become a vibrational field in connection with the quantum field that's a vibrational match to that quantum potential that's already there for you to draw into your life. All your dreams are here now. And what happens when you choose to do the work in rewire your brain using a song that you listened to in the past without knowing that you will be using it in the future to rewire your brain to create a new reality? And is that maybe you heard that song, you listened to that song while having limiting emotions of fear, anxiety, or etc. Maybe you were getting late for a job interview and you were stuck in traffic, and this song was there playing in the background, and your brain picked that song and now subconsciously is relating that song into the stress of getting late, of not achieving something, of losing something in your life, of feelings of lack. You can as well have listened to that song while dancing in a club, trying to heal from a recent breakup. And even if that song had uplifting lyrics and melodies, your subconscious brain again will maybe relate that information, that limiting emotions information, to that song. You don't want to risk it, and because we know that subconscious mind is very powerful. Actually, it's the 95% of your brain, of our brain. It's not that this will happen 100%, but if you're not really good doing the job and you are very present and heart-centered and remembering all the time to rehearse and feel the elevated emotions of your dreams already made manifest, then probably you are in the past. Because if you are not in the present, you are in the past, or you are in the future. Now, these songs, these mainstream songs, are from your past. I suggest that you use new, fresh songs, such as in mind songs, to create this relationship of these songs are only reminding me of the decision of changing my life into my potential. In mind songs will only be related in your brain with the feelings of worthiness and gratitude, because only mind songs affirm that your dreams are your reality in the present moment. I created in mind songs in mainstream music genre. They are not mantras. I created them in mainstream music because I want everyone to engage with them, to do the work with them. Now, when to listen to your in mind song? In the morning, when you just wake up, and at night, just before going to bed. Because it's when your brain is in alpha. If you meditate, first do your meditation, and after that, listen to your in mind song while you shower, you get dressed up, you prepare the kids, or whatever is your morning routine. If not, just listen to your mind song when you wake up. Now, you can do so as well during the day to get you a boost of your in mind song. You as well have the lyrics and the guide notes within the kit for you to be sure that you are saying correctly and or singing or rehearsing correctly the lyrics. You can listen to them as well during the night, at night, just before going to bed, to go to sleep with that feeling of gratitude. Because as you go to sleep, like the feeling you have when you go to sleep is as you wake up. You kind of jump space and time when you go to sleep. So it's super nice that you go to sleep with your in mind song and you're singing it and you're rehearsing the feeling within. Then you fall asleep with this. If you do not meditate, I want to point that I highly suggest that you start doing so and combine meditation and in mind songs. They work alone. If you are really good in sustaining that elevated state of being with your eyes open, but again, you will be in beta brain, which is a more rapid, active, awake brain. You will not be in alpha or theta, which are the suggestible brain states, where you can reprogram and rewire your beautiful neural pathways. So how can you do that as well? It's like you meditate and then you will create this new state of being, elevated state of being, to being in alpha or likely in theta, and then your brain will remember that feeling more easily, and it will be more easy to sustain it then now with in mind songs. So that's why I recommend you to combine them both. Otherwise, if you don't feel like it now, I still recommend you to listen to in mind songs and to enjoy the process always, to have fun with it. Okay, I would like to share with you what happened to me in order for me to create in mind songs and making sound matter. Of course, the reason for creating them, I already explained that, and it was because of me struggling in sustaining my beautiful neural pathway. So I thought, if I am struggling with this, all the people are as well. So I created in mind songs. But what happened to me before that was what unfolded the result of me creating in mind songs. And what happened was a year and a half ago, or a little bit more now, when I was experiencing again anxiety, panic attacks, depression, and I say again because I thought that I was already healed from that condition. But I was back. And that time I had a plus, which was I was also having suicidal thoughts every morning. I would wake up thinking, oh no, I have to live life again. I have to go through this day. I have to go a day again. I wish I didn't wake up. And it was crazy because I was feeling at the same time guilty, so much guilt. My life wasn't that bad. I mean, I suffered the consequences of COVID and the pandemic and whatever, but it's like I wasn't that bad to be that bad. And I couldn't understand a thing. I was just really bad, period. And I had no tools to fix myself. I had no idea what to do. I had no idea as well about about spirituality, about the law of attraction science, about dimensions, about consciousness. I actually run from spirituality because I was raised in a Muslim family. I live in Barcelona, Spain. I am originally from Morocco. And as I said, like I was actually running away from spirituality because I was forced to be religious my whole life, not anymore, but yeah, my whole life. My parents were very persuasive. And so, yeah, I did believe always in us, in an intelligence energy that puts order and works in a kind of feedback, but I didn't know what and how. So I never really digged so much on it. So going back into what happened to me is that after being for a while in a very emotional bad condition, I was lucky finally enough to receive the existence of Dr. Joe Dispenza through a friend that recommended him to me because he unifies science and spirituality, and she knew that that would make sense to me and I would apply it in my daily life. I had no other option than to change. I couldn't go more deeper down. So I watched his series Rewired, and then I started to read his book Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself and to do his meditations. After 2 months of meditating, one day I was about to have a panic attack and I forced myself into sit down and choose the longest meditation I had. I did so, and after 20 minutes, something amazing happened. And it's that I had a near death experience. I consciously chose to die and to leave completely my body and experience the dimension of heaven that before that I didn't thought that was a real thing, and experience the dimension of heaven, which is a state of being, is not a place. And remember kind of what is consciousness, existence, soul, spirit, why we here. Of course, I don't have now all the knowledge, I don't know it all, but believe me, I know more than before, that for sure. So I experienced that consciously, and when I say consciously, is that I remember exactly when my heart started beating super fast and then slowing down, and I chose to have the experience because it was so familiar. I knew that I did that so many times, thousand times, that it was so, it felt so good. It was billion times an orgasm in the heart and the brain at the same time, while being super electric and convulsing and traveling through the famous tunnel of light, hyper electric, and bumping into it like this until that actually is not a tunnel of light, is a wormhole to switch dimensions. And I end up suspended in the void of nothingness, in the core of existence, in heaven, in and 360 degrees awareness of pure bliss, and laughing so much about the comedy that's life, the movie that's life, the roles we have here, the roles we play, and it was just it was no polarity at all. There were no bad. Of course, there is bad, but it's all about perception and awareness and playing with that and into expanding your consciousness. And yeah, so I had this experience. Then I went back to my body, same life, and it took me a while to fit my soul into my physical self. I was everywhere. So when I remember that I had a individual physical self, I was looking for it outside and here and everywhere because I was everywhere. It took me like 20 minutes to do with my hands like this and then to bump into me. Anyway, so much oneness and love and bliss and zero scary experience because you know that you did that 1,000 times. You died and you come back and you actually are have the potential to do so on demand. As I said, it took me a while to fit my soul back into my physical self because once I realized I could see, I will open my eyes and I would see for the first time physical matter, and it was so it wasn't like I could not understand it. I would just know that that was physical matter, that I chose to have this physical matter experience in a physical individual self. But then it was, what is this? And I will move it, and then I will download that this is a hand, and for what is a hand? And I will do so with everything around me and with my feet and with the flow because I couldn't understand that there was separation and gravity because I could only perceive the unified field. I could perceive the hologram of physical reality. I had to learn to talk again and to walk again because I couldn't, like, even if I remember that I had legs, that the function of legs is to walk, then I have to put all together the walking, the gravity, the flows, the separation, and then the motor function of the articulations of my body as well. Well, I did that and it was so much fun to do so because I was pure wholeness, pure love. My heart was so awake and whole and loving. My pineal gland was releasing so much DMT, my own DMT, that I kept like that for super intense for weeks and intense, but a little bit less for months. I was walking in the streets and I was bumping into doors, into walls because I couldn't remember that I had to do the action of opening a door because I could perceive the hologram. I was thinking that I could go through physical things and I could taste what other people were eating, and at times I was telepathic. I could understand other languages that they were mine. I so many experiences that I would love to share in another video because I had other near-death experiences. Yes, I love to die and to come back to my body. Yes, that's my thing. I love to experience heaven and go back to it. And I know that it's not my first lifetime doing that and practicing this. And that's why one of my other purposes in life, well, not a purpose because our purpose is to be, is to just be, to expand as pure awareness and to love while having fun, while experiencing different things. So when I ask not what is my purpose, but what can I do to serve, INMINDSongs started to download within me after 2 months of being high on my own DMT, spending the whole day in parks, staring at one drop of water and having heart orgasms, so staring at leaf in a flower for 2 hours, no words for the love and wholeness and present and the orgasm of existence that I was experiencing every day. So after 2 months, as I said, I asked the question, what can I do to serve? And INMINDSongs started to download within me with all the science behind it and the melodies and the lyrics. So I went back home and I started to do so. And I didn't stop. I've been working on INMINDSongs for more than a year now, full time, every day. And the other second thing I was about to share that I stopped, it was that my other purpose here to have fun and to keep expanding, because that's human evolution, is to keep exploring death and immortality. That's the other thing I do every day. That was the thing, not little thing, that happened to me that changed my life and, of course, healed me from anxiety and panic attacks, and that made me embrace the creation of making sound matter and mind songs through me for you. The other cool thing about in mind songs in relationship with these experiences, these mystical out of body experiences I had, is that I was oneness. I was the unified field for so long that I cannot forget the emotion of being you, of being everything around me, everyone around me. And I created all in mind songs with this awareness, with the awareness of I am you. And because I could elevate my energy, my state of being, into believing that that dream was already your reality, that vibration is already within every in mind song theme, with every intention of every mind song. I made sure to create, to sing every song for you with the intention and elevated emotion of your dreams already made manifest. There is a science that explains that is super cool, that I love, that you can check, and it's the mirror neuron effect and the observer effect. How someone observing the experience of other person can have an effect on the other person. This doesn't mean that you don't have to do the work with them. We create reality and we co-create reality together, and the reality of others together. So I planted the seed of the pattern, and now you have to accept it and work with it and plant it and create it as well. You have to feel the emotions of your dream already made manifest and do the work. I will leave in the description below the links to In Mind Song website, makingsoundmatter.com, and Making Sound Matter social media. Thank you so much. Love us and see you soon.